Hello, and today I am going to be showing you how to use MCreator. This will be a small video. First we need to download the version of your thing. If you go here, mccreator.net/download, also found in the link in the description. We can download version 1.9.0, which is for Minecraft 1.12.2. That's a version of MCreator, that's a version of Minecraft that runs on using Java or Forge. So I'm just going to download on that. If you want to know anything else, just look for the system requirements. As you see, it needs access to quite a lot. That's for Windows. Now let's go download it. Okay, here it may look confusing for some, but what this really is, it's saying you can either download the exe or the zip. I prefer to go with the exe file as to know you've downloaded everything. Now for Mac and Linux, you do that. So my computer's a 64-bit, so I'll be downloading the 64-bit. As some people, if theirs not a 64-bit or higher, they'll have to download that. That's it, so needed to. How to install, yep. Now, you can open when done, or just open it. So this may take a while. Mine's just about to finish, and you're going to have to give it permission to install itself. Okay, mine's just finished. Now let's properly open it. It's going to ask for permission to run. Hit allow and it should be running in a second. Now I can close this. You've got the EULA/license agreement. Agree. Save it where you want to save it. Well, I'm going to leave mine in the default since I ran out of space on my hard drive. Now we're going to install it. It may take a while. Okay, it just finished. We want to have this ticked off so we can just start it, even though it's already there, and press finish. Now it should open, and we still have to install it. Although we've installed the app, we still have to download stuff from inside the app, which will take a while. But this only ever happens once, unless you reset your workspace. Okay, it just opened finally, after a few minutes of waiting. Now it's preparing. Looks fancy. When making a mod, most of the time it's actually pretty hard, but with MCreator, it makes things 10 times easier for most people. But it does limit a tiny bit. Except you can actually do quite a lot with it. Now, it wants me to register. I can do that later, so I'll just skip. If you want to, you can. Now, if I go preference, we got this. Change setting. Now this part here, if you want to offline, just before you go offline, you want to click that and then apply. But since I've got Wi-Fi, I won't need to. Now that's up to you, and these two are up to you to change when you want. So just save or cancel. Now we want to start a new workspace. Cool. My little mod is what I'm going to call it. Now it's going to be for 1.12.2. That's where it's going to save it as, and create new workspace. Okay. So now we have to set it up. Now this is when it takes a while. Now we're gonna have to wait, so I'm just gonna so now I can start working. Now there's a few things up here, which if you just hover over it, you can read what they are. Now if we go here, this is what we're going to be using. We've got resources, which are mainly all the textures, sounds, files that you just got up here that you added or made. You got global variables, which is another thing that we can work on later. And localization is just, we don't need about that for now. Now I can change that to large or small. Yep, let's go full. So if I add, I want to, we want to create a texture from template. Now we go here, we're going to select, and there's so many different things that we can use. These are templates. Like if we want a sword, pick, head or some sort of stick, bottle of any kind, a jack-o'-lantern. Now, I'm going to just start with an ingot. Now let's click an ingot for this one. And let's make sure this is 0. 0. Let's fix this ingot. Now, you should be able to edit it. So, let's change this. I wanna... Let's go with this pink. It's gonna be like a pinkish ore. And these I could just leave. Boom. Okay, let's just save this texture. Even though, there. Actually, cancel. Cancel. So that's how we check the thing. I haven't been on this in a while. So we can scroll up and down to see the whole texture. Now we can save it. So I want to call it an item. There's block, item, and other. Just ignore other most of the time. But block is a solid, also known as a 3D object, mainly like, say, the top part of the grass block is the grass. You could have that separate, and you could also have the side of the grass block, which is the little bit of grass at the top and dirt down the bottom. And then you have the bottom of the dirt block, which is the bottom, which is just dirt. Or you could go with item. It shows up in the item section. So when you create the item, that's what the logo is and what it looks like when you throw it on the ground. So we're going to call it, let's do sprite, no, texture underscore ingot underscore red or pinky. So it's going to be like pinky ore. Now save. So we could just do that. Like if I go random, gem 6. So you could find things that you like, saying this is a good thing. Cool. So yeah, but I want to make a block. Where is it? So first I find the outline for the ore. Where's the ore? And so I want to make the ore for this thing. So let's find the cobble part. I could either do this, so even smoother. Let's just do this. Let's search. Now if you type in here, you can S2 Now, ST, where is it? Stone. Yeah. So go stone, brick, stone. Let's see what stone brick is. And put this blank. Blank. Should be a way to zoom out. Okay, I just found out how to zoom out. You do the mouse wheel up. I think. So yes, I was right. I just had to fix up. It's really weird, but yeah. So now I want to go select the image. So let's put this on. And let's find something like this. Now I can, let's see what 90 is. But first, because I want color on that block, I do a block overlay, and then I do something like this. Now first thing I want to do is change the gray. And change this to the pinky over here. Let's put that as 0. Put that as a 0. Nah, a 90. So now, if I update it, we can save it, and then we're going to save it as a block. So we're going to have texture, and then we're going to have ore, and then we're going to name it ore pinky. It's done. We've named that ore. Now we're going to remove that, and we're going to create another. No, not texture maker. Create armor texture. So we've got this, which we can change to a very pink. Now you can have it either standard, which is like iron and gold, chainmail, as you guess, or leather style. Now leather would look kind of boring because you can already dye leather, unless you wanted a preset gear that you can find pretty often, or something like that. Now I'd go with standard. Okay. So the last option we have here is dimension, which click the little arrow, a little plus sign, which tells us which dimension will it be put in. So you may have your own custom one, so it'll probably show up here maybe. We want it in surface. We're gonna block or can replace, meaning what block slash or will it be most likely put on. One creative, so sometimes you want it to be a leaf block. If it was like a bush, like a little apple block that looked like a leaf, you wanted to camouflage inside the leaves when trees are spawned, you might want it like that. Or you just generally want it to replace some things, like dirt itself. Like it can only spawn in dirt. Now, we can restrict its biome, so you can only be found in a certain biome. That's if you wanted like, say like an ice ore, an ore that's purely ice. It can only be found in a ice biome. Now, this here can change its spawn limit. You know how there's like diamond spawned at like 12. So yeah, you can change its height. So it only spawns in between these two. 8 and 24, so you can only find it in between there. An average number of ores in a group, so basically diamond mainly has a cluster of 8 minimum. Well, 8 if you're lucky, 4 if you're not. Can go higher than that, but yeah, we're going to do 4. And this is how often does it spawn, sort of thing. Meaning, how many would there be? So I'd only be like 3. So this is going to be a rare ore, pretty much. And if so, you only get like 4 of it. And that's per chunk. And chunk is like an 8 by 8. And then you've also got this number in value. Times. Yeah, so basically you can only find 3 within an 8 by 8 chunk. Minimum. I mean maximum. So that's the amount you can probably find. I could do 4. That'd be good. Just because it sounds good. I'm gonna leave it like that. So we save the mod for ore, block ore pinky. Now it should just load. And there's a thing called Gradle in this. You have to wait until the Gradle finishes before you can even run the mod, which mainly takes a few minutes. Basically, it's like getting everything ready to prepare loading. You can lock them, so if you don't want to be able to edit them by accident, you can lock the ore and that. Now if we go resources, we got this. So I want to make a smelting recipe, and then I want to make the armor. So we want that to be able to smelt it into that. So first, we want, if you press R, I think it is, or you just look for it, which, yeah, here, press R, you want recipe, smelt, which is the type, and then we want what it's going to be smelted into. So it's going to be smelted into pinky, pretty much. I'm just going to generally call it pinky, even though it's pinky ingot, because I should understand what it means. So you want it here for smelting, and here for shape of recipe. Basically means you could put the blocks anywhere, well, pretty much, and it would still make that. Like books. You put free paper like here and a leather there and it makes a book. Or you could probably put free paper like that and a piece of paper, leather there, and it'd still make it, sort of thing. Recipe per XP, meaning could I make it so I get a lot of XP? So 20, say. And how many do I get out of it? So I could be smelting and get ingot, like nuggets, like 4 nuggets per ore, which I need probably 9 if so. But yeah, first we're just going to say, you could just do, say, emerald ore, but I want to go custom elements. So we go here, custom block. Now you're wondering, this I can't change. This is just fuel, any fuel in general. If you really wanted to do a custom furnace, well, custom fuel that can only smell that ore, you're probably going to have to make your own custom furnace. And that's what I'm saying, it limits. It doesn't, basically, you can't make certain fuel smelt certain ore pretty easily. Which, either way, take time. So, I want to make it since, yeah, I'm just going to make it so it's going to make custom ingot. Only 1 of and 20 XP per. Now this, well, if I do that, which I just do to show, it will save an image of the smelting, of the crafting recipe for the smelting, which you can just use and put in like some sort of thing, saying, because we don't have, it doesn't show generally, like we can't find out how to make something because there's no information anywhere. So technically that would be the only way to find the recipe, unless you already knew it. So instead of wasting this time, I'll fast forward. So here I have, see, you can save the recipe as a PNG file and open it up and it will just show the recipe. It's nothing special. But yeah, so now we just save the mod, which pretty much just saves the type, the thing, like saves the recipe as another thing. So now it shows this to this sort of thing. If it's a crafting table, it'll probably show the crafting recipe and maybe what it comes out as. But that's simple. Now it shows 3 mods, resources. So now we're going to make the texture for the armor, which we just click here, little plus symbol. Oh yeah, you can drag and select multiple to do stuff. That's not that special. So now we want to enter armor. So armor underscore pinky. Create new armor. So we want to find the helmet, the body, the legging, but you can use your own sprites if you really wanted to. They're not that hard. And in-game helmet name, so you're gonna have it Pinky helmet. Pinky chest plate. Click to expand, optional. Oh yeah. So I think this is just optional. I'm not 100% sure, but it says something about clicking to expand. So in-game chest with leggings, so P. And Pinky ingots. Now we want to go next. So we want to find this in combat, name a texture file, which we can select, and that's going to be, so it's going to be helmet, boots, body, and leggings, which is preset. You could find your own if you really wanted to, or make your own, but I just use a simple template. So maximum damage absorb. So I want this to be double this. So if I want 100. Now damage value. So let's go 8, 12, 10, and 8. Now let's go 7 for the boots. Toughness. Diamond has 2, so 2.3. Enchantability. Let's just increase that to 11. So now we're gonna next. You can play around with the default numbers. So if you're wearing that, so if you're wearing the item, something's gonna happen every time, every ticks, which is, so we could have that. So we could have like helmet automatically gives you the effect regeneration from just having it on you, or even better, the chest plate. But that's up to your choice. So we save that. Now I'm gonna have to, if we go build or run, we can't run it yet because there's so you got different things. You got textures. This is basically the folder that you'd find. We can use that later. Now if we go console, we have to wait until this is finished, which just takes a while. Gradle decompile. It's basically decompiling and saving because I've changed stuff. Takes a while, so I'll just sit here and wait. So I just go over what I did for the thing because I may have accidentally missed stuff in the recording. So we go back to workspace. I've made the ingot, the block, the recipe, and armor. I forgot about the recipe for the armor. So let's just go ingot. So what I've done is got the sprite. I've set with settings, which isn't hard, and done. So that's what I've done with that. Not hard. Now with that, I just made put the stuff for it, so you can only get diamond level to break it. No particles, no inventory, and it's also spawn point, which is 8 and 20. And then smelting recipe. And with the armor, I set the armor, named the armor, put it under the combat because default, set the texture for the armor, which is this, change its stats so it can absorb 100 damage or 100 hits of damage. Its damage value between is 2, 10, 7. Enchantability 11. Toughness is 3. Next page. And that's just the extra stuff which is on the next page. There's nothing there. So now we just need to do the recipe for the final time. So we're going to have recipe underscore armour. Actually, yeah, armour underscore pinky. Actually, even better. Instead of that, craft armour pinky. I should have done just helmet, so I'm not going to save that. Recipe underscore armour head pinky. So this is how you craft the helmet. Now, sadly, you have to do every click by click. So just go past this part. So now we want to click this. This doesn't show, for some reason, on what it is, even though it's actually the helmet. So yeah, crafting recipes only show the recipe, not the actual outcome. So recipe, so we want chest plate, pinky. And I'll just do the other two off camera. And okay, I've finished all the recipes and armor, and they're the simple default armor recipes you probably find in anything. And yeah, so I'll just go back to this. So maximum damage the armor absorbs, simple durability basically, how many hits it absorbs. So if something does 8 damage, we try to absorb the 8. It's pretty good for that. And enchantability, something that you can probably leave. And toughness, pretty much self-explanatory. If Diamond has 2.0, you probably want to play around with the numbers. And yeah, so let's just try to run. The console is active right now, so I'm gonna have to wait.